Hi, I'm Rick, and today is November 21st, 2013, and today I'm going to be doing a short video on this bike. It's a 1984 Kawasaki GPZ1100, and I'll go grab the camera and we'll take a look at it. I originally bought this bike from a guy that lived in San Jose, and he was the original owner. He put about 7,000 miles on the bike and parked it behind his house for 20 something odd years, and it became uncovered, and one of the problems with it was a lot of surface corrosion, I guess you would call it. I've been working on this for about the past 2 years, off and on, collecting parts, doing projects. Here's what the bike will look like when it's done. It's an 84 GPZ 1100. I've got all the body work off of it right now. We'll start with the front suspension and the front wheel. The forks were so badly pitted from rust that I had to get a new set. This set is actually not off of a GPZ 1100, it's off of a GPZ1100 turbo. The difference is that the distance between the top and the bottom of the steering head on the 750 is shorter. On the GPZ it's a little taller, and the tubes are exactly the same diameter, the same length, but there's a hole in each one of the tubes for where this air crossover goes. This is for filling the forks with air pressure. The holes in the 750 turbo were a little higher up than on the GPZ 1100, so I had to space the crossovers up a little bit off of the bottom triple tree, and you can see how I had to double clamp them using Kawasaki clamps just to move this up to where it was in the right position. The front wheel was originally polished and painted. The corrosion was bad enough to where I couldn't do that and bring it back to normal, so I had the complete wheel sandblasted and powder coated, and I've rebuilt the front forks and new seals, new oil, completely redid the anti-dives, completely rebuilt the front brake calipers. Everything's been redone, cleaned up the discs, new tires. Up on top I've completely redone the handlebars. Had to have a new plastic window made there for the master cylinder. Don Winans did that for me, and he machined a plastic sight glass thing there so you can see the level of the brake fluid in the front master cylinder. Without that being done, that master cylinder would not have worked, because the sun had gotten to the plastic so bad, and it would have actually just leaked the fluid out. Completely redone the controls, repainted everything up here. This control right here is brand new, and new grips. Okay, on the motor, I haven't done a whole lot yet except clean it up. I'll get back to that in a minute. Down here I've completely cleaned up the side stand, blasted and painted that. The bike did not have a center stand, and so I had to find one, and I've installed that. I've cleaned and painted the rear footrest bracket here. Same thing on the back wheel. It was so corroded I had to have that powder coated, and I also powder coated the swing arm, which was quite a project, and I just got done with that, so I was able to put all of this back together. Quite a bit. The swing arm on these bikes is aluminum, and there was quite a bit of surface corrosion on it. It wasn't bad enough to where it was, affecting the swing arm or anything, but I had to powder coat that. New tires, new chain, a 630 O-ring chain, and just cleaned this all up back here. Same thing on this side. Redid the footrest brackets, repainted the brake torque link, redid the complete rebuild of the rear calipers, just cleaned everything up. It's looking pretty good. Back here I've also got the fuel injection computer. It installs back here. This was all rusty, so I just blasted it and painted it. Didn't take it apart or anything. That's all ready to go. One of my next projects here coming up, which I'm not looking forward to, is if you look at the motor, there's quite a bit of corrosion on the cylinder head fins and the cylinder fins. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the fuel injection completely in the air box and then mask off everything, all the frame tubes, all the whole bike, so that all I have is this area right here exposed. And I'm going to use my sandblaster and sandblast all of this corrosion off of here so that I can repaint it and make it look maybe not like new, but better. And that's a project that's coming up, and like I said, I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be quite a mess, but this bike, you know, that doesn't look good enough. It's got to be pretty nice. As for the fuel injection, this one right here, corrosion and time has made it so that it's completely stuck. I can't get it to turn. I could probably fix it and clean out the injectors, but I was lucky enough to find a new takeoff injection setup on Craigslist, and it looks, like I said, it's new takeoff, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact piece that goes right there. And if the parts are the correct parts and the injectors are right, I'm in luck, because that will really speed things up and make things go easier. Other than that, that's just about where I am right now. It's snowing outside, if you can see out there. Today is our first day of snow. Yeah, that's in that fog back there is the Sierra Nevada mountains. It's completely covered up by clouds and snow. So anyway, this is it so far. 84 GPZ1100. Can't wait to get it finished so I can ride it.